Hello, this is Readings by Lindsay with Readings by Lindsay. I apologize for the lighting, and I apologize that I'm making this video so late because I probably should have made it a couple of days ago, but it's been Halloween and I've been very busy. So what I want to talk about is the election results, and I wanted to get this video up hopefully before 7 o'clock, before the results start coming in, so nobody can say, oh, well, she just went off what the early results look like, and I've been hesitant to make this video too because it's just a very difficult topic for me to talk about. I've had dreams, I've had just feelings for months now of things that are going to happen, but I'm going to start with the astrology of it. So I'm not going to I'm not an astrologist, so I'm not going to pull up charts and start showing you things. I'm just going to try to explain it in layman's terms, what's going on. So first of all, I'm going to tell you, there's something called the curse of the presidents. Whenever these two planets line up, and I cannot remember what two they are, like I said, I'm not an astrologist, but this is an election year where these two planets line up, the president usually dies in office, or there's an attempt on his life, or a president dies. The only two presidents that have escaped this are George W. Bush, and in that term, Ford died, and Ronald Reagan, which in that term there was an attempt made on his life, which is a perfect example of how our destinies and our future can change, because the bullet that would have killed him, a Secret Service agent took for him. So there you go. Now we do have those planets lining up again in these 4 years. So whoever actually takes the office, and when I say takes the office, you'll understand why when I tell you the feeling that I have, is not going to complete their term. They most likely will be assassinated or they will die in office. Now, I'm going to get right to it. When you look at the charts of the vice president, the president, okay, let me start. Our current president and our current vice president and the former vice president and his running mate, Kamala Harris actually comes out as the true winner. Lot points there are, and also it looks as if there may be a defeat for Donald Trump, a true defeat. So it does look like, I'm just getting right down to business, it does look like Biden is going to win. However, that said, we are not going to know for sure tonight, because this is going to be tied up probably for about the next 2 weeks. Most likely, and this is the feeling that I get, is it's possible that it could wind up in the Supreme Court. If it does wind up in the Supreme Court, we're going to have another 4 years of Trump. But not another 4 years of Trump. Because, like I said, there will be an attempt made on his life. And it's very possible that he will die. That being said, like I said, Ronald Reagan did escape that attempt on his life. That's a perfect example of how our destinies can change. People come to me and they think that, I'm going to tell them what they ate for breakfast, and I can tell them who their best friend is, and, just crazy things, or tell them what's going to happen in 20 years. Impossible. I usually don't go more than a year out. Sometimes just because of the way the cards fall, I'll go 2, maybe 3 years out, but that's just because things that are happening now are going to affect what happened in those, years to come. That's rare. It doesn't happen a whole lot. It happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen. It's usually, I go about a year out and that's it, because anything more than a year, we can change our destinies, and it's just by the choices we make. And that's a perfect example. Reagan actually was meant to die, and a Secret Service agent took the bullet for him. So continuing on with this, it looks like Biden is going to win, and I have this candle that I don't have lit, and I just did a reading, and I don't know why I didn't light it, because I love the way this lavender smells. But however, I have another candle behind me that is a stress relief candle that's like sage and eucalyptus, and maybe I did light this, and it's time for a new candle, because it's votive. Sorry, I'm talking right now, so I'm distracting myself. I'm sorry. So Joe Biden, it probably is not probably is. I do feel like he is going to be the true winner. I've been feeling this for a while now. However, I feel like it's very possible Trump is going to steal the election. If he does, well, I'm sure he doesn't believe in astrology, but I wouldn't want to steal this election. Just saying, I wouldn't want to steal it because he's not going to finish out his term. Now, that said, it's possible that him not finishing out his term, he could actually be impeached, which wouldn't surprise me. Now, this election, the results are there's chaos and civil unrest coming up in the next 2 weeks. That's in astrology, that's just the way it is. It doesn't necessarily mean it's because of the election, but it probably will have a big part in it. We already have a lot of civil unrest in this country right now. But there's going to be some major civil unrest coming up in the next 2 weeks. And I do believe that's because the results are going to be delayed, and they will be delayed. So that's what I want to say about that. And as a psychic, I'm going to tell you, no true psychic is 100%. So with my predictions, if I'm wrong, you can sit here and tell me, no, she's wrong, she's terrible, I'm never going to see her. That's fine. I'm not promising anything. I'm just telling you what the stars say. So with that, let's go to the cards. I'm going to take a look at the cards about this election, and we're going to see what the tarot cards say. First thing I want to talk about while I'm shuffling these cards is I'm hearing secrecy. Government secrecy. So I want to let you know that too. There's things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And with our current president being who he is and him being in office, and I'm trying to stay as bipartisan and as not taking sides of this as possible. Just in the past, with even from the beginning with Russian collusion, that stuff, it would not surprise me. The man has been documented lying over 35,000 times in the past 4 years. So, there we go. 401. So there's actually a celebration coming. What side, we don't know, but there are going to be people celebrating. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. This president is going to be a wartime president. Look at that, the Empress. The true winner is going to be Kamala Harris. This is the female. This is the divine female. This is all I need to know who the winner is. Kamala Harris is going to come out the true winner. We don't have the Emperor coming up. We have the Empress coming up. We have a female coming up. That's going to be the true winner. Just like I said, the astrology says. Kamala Harris is going to come out and be the one that comes out on top. We have the Three of Cups, strong female energy. A lot of supporters. So obviously whoever wins is going to have a lot of supporters. I'm being told Joe Biden. Ten of Cups, though, there's a block to these supporters. Cracks being shown. But they're going to it's going to be hidden under a guise of happiness and fairness and like this is what the people wanted. But it's not what the people wanted. Seven of Swords. Someone is going to have to leave, and it's not going to be easy for them. They're going to take everything they can, and they're going to run. Nine of Swords, or Nine of Wands, still afraid to leave. This person is afraid to leave. Somebody's getting pushed out of the White House. I'm going to tell you that right now. Five of Cups. Like I said, curse of the presidents. Got to look at the big picture. Just like I said, this is not something that I would not want to be the president right now just because of the curse of the presidents, because you got to look at the big picture. you know, there's going to be a loss, but your life's going to be spared. Looking at this, I'm going to tell you right now, it does look like we're going to have a new president. It doesn't look like Trump's going to be reelected. However, he's going to fight it to the death. And I find that to be very scary. I think it possibly, if it goes to the Supreme Court, he's going to steal the election. But it looks like eventually he's going to be pushed out of the White House, whether he likes it or not. And when I mean pushed out of the White House, he's going to be forced out. And he's going to be crying like a toddler. Sorry, oh my gosh, I got to stop. I'm really trying to not take sides on here. But he's going to be crying about it. And he's not going to be headbutted. He's going to fight it to the death. But like I said, there's a lot of female energy in here. Kamala Harris is going to be the true president. Now, when I talk about the wartime president, we do have a war coming up. That's also in astrology too. It points to a war. There's going to be a war coming up. I don't want to guarantee it's going to be in the next 4 years. It could be in the next 8 years. But if I look at, see, right now we're protected. So, and I believe this, for me, this is health. This is COVID. We're gonna find a vaccination, or things are gonna get better with that. I also feel like, now this is where I agree with Trump. I feel like after the election, we're gonna start hearing a lot less about it. And maybe not a lot less right away, but the hype is going to die down. And we are going to see some relief and some help that they have been denying the American people. I'm going to expand on that a little bit. Yes, rocky waters and like rockiness. Again, the Queen of Swords. This is going to be led by a woman. Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to work financially, I think, and in our favor. However, in victory, that's after the victory, after the party that wants to win wins. And I can't help but to think this is going to be the Democratic Party. Now, the next 4 years are going to be financially burdensome on the American people. But there will be help coming. It's just going to take some time. Once that victory comes, that's when help will be on the way. Again, I can't stop saying there's a lot of female energy, a lot of things guided by female. Even with the vice president being who she is, even, her only being the vice president, she's going to carry a lot of influence in this White House and in this administration. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to get done because of her. And like I said, she's coming out the true winner. I'm just going to lay out a few more cards. I want to look at Trump specifically because I can't help but to think there's something not right. There's just something not right. I feel like he's going to, I see it in the cards. It's in the stars. He's going to have to be forced out of the White House. This is not going to be a peaceful transition at all, by any means. He's not going to leave. He's not going to leave peacefully. I mean, the man would make it so he could serve more terms if he could. It is what it is. I'm laughing because the chariot's up. This card represents that the car is driving, but there's nobody at the wheel. That represents Trump. The tower, it's coming down for him. Ace of Swords, he's going to have to start all over again, but it's going to be a double-edged sword. And like I said, I would not want to be president right now. So it's actually good that these ties are going to be severed for him. He's just not going to see the whole picture. Ace of Cups, again, a new beginning. There's definitely, with all these aces, there's a new beginning coming for him. A new beginning that he's going to fight. Like, he's going to fight it until he realizes his hands are tied and there's nothing he can do about it. Justice, like I said, it could wind up in the Supreme Court. Knight of Cups coming up. There's going to be a man that is actually justice will be served. And Three of Pentacles, yeah, 3-party situation. The three factions of government, judicial, executive, and legislative, those branches, they're all going to be involved in this. There is going to be a male that cares, a caring male. Now, whether you think Trump cares or you think Biden cares, that is where the justice is going to be served. This could actually wind up in the Supreme Court. And despite Trump basically fixing the court in the Republicans' favor, it won't work for him. If it does not wind up in the Supreme Court, this card could just be pointed out that, especially with the Nine of Cups next to it, that somebody is going to be sworn in that actually has, believe me too, and I'm not going to give my opinion on this, I've told you who I think is going to win, but somebody is going to be sworn in that actually has the best interests of the people at heart, whether it's a career politician or a businessman. You can look at it however you want, because I've told you who I think is going to win. This is the 3 factions of government. Now, I'm going to clarify on that because that's the foundation of everything. I don't know if we're going to flip the Senate, if they're going to flip Congress. I don't know if the Senate, House, I don't know if that's what this could be, but I need to clarify it. So there's a lot of fear in the country with these 3 factions of government because nothing's getting done. People need help. People are afraid that things are going to stay the same, which is why I hope everybody got out and voted. Whether whoever you voted for or not, the Hierophant, things are going to become very transparent in these factions of government. Things are going to become very transparent, very black and white. The American people aren't going to have the wool pulled over their eyes anymore. And then foundation card, it's a choice. It's up to us. So, like I said, I hope everybody got out and voted. So with that, I am done. I'm going to upload this and get it put up. I hope everybody sees it in time. So you guys can see it, because otherwise probably nobody's going to care about it after the results come in. But like I said, the results are going to be delayed anyway, so they will be. That's one thing I want to say. I'm not going to say I'm 100% on, but I'm pretty certain on that. The results will be delayed. So, and there's going to be some civil unrest in our country. So this is me signing off. I know I need to do the forecast for this month, but I wanted to take care of this. I wanted to take care of this sooner, but, my time's up, so I had to do it now. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch this before 7 o'clock tonight, before the results start coming in, so you can see what I have to say and truly compare it. If you don't, it's not going to matter because, like I said, the results, we're not going to know for sure for a couple of weeks. But that's because our current president is going to have to be driven out of office, basically. So if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can call or text me at 262-577-1794. I have clients all over the country, so I can do readings long distance. Or if you are local, I am in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You can see me in my shop. So that is you can do that as well. Or if you just have a single question or you want just a general reading, I can do a digital reading just like this. It's not virtual. Virtual would be us doing like a Zoom call. it would be just like this. You ask me your question, or you give me your date of birth and your name, and I'll do your numerology for you, a quick numerology summary of I won't do the whole chart for you, unless that's what you want done, and then that's something completely different. And I will just send it to you like this, and I accept PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, all American Express, Amex, pretty much everything but Diners Club. Or yes, PayPal or PayPal. And I think I signed up for Zelle, or maybe it's Venmo. I'm sorry. There's so many ways to pay now. It's like hard for me to keep up. I'm very old school. I kind of look at it like, well, I accept credit cards, so let me send you an invoice. So, but I do the number two ways I accept payment is through PayPal, or just through Square. That's my credit card processing company. Or I actually have a business account for PayPal, so you don't even need a PayPal account to get your payment processed through PayPal, because you can enter in your details just through the invoice. So, yes, call or text me at 262-577-1794. And you can message me on my business page at Facebook. It's facebook.com/readings by Lindsay with an A, Lindsay. Or I also have an email address, affordablepsychic@yahoo.com. However, I don't know why I have a habit of missing the emails, because a lot of people don't email me for appointments. Most people either message me on Facebook or text me. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. I know my voicemail has not been set up, because I switched companies a couple months ago and I thought I set it up, and people have been telling me it's just like a recording, like this voicemail box hasn't been set up yet, and they don't even know that if they've got the right number or not yet. So 262-577-1794. You can text me. I'm working a lot, so a lot of times I can't answer the phone anyway. So yes, have a wonderful evening. I hope we wake up tomorrow morning and a lot of the anxiety of the country has at least subsided. So I'm going to upload this, post it to my YouTube page, post it to my Facebook page. Please like and share, and you have a wonderful evening.